Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about Addison Rae and the whole Britney Spears thing. Now, if you haven't been following along or you don't know who Addison Rae is, she is a very highly followed TikToker with over 60 million people following her. She's also gained more popularity because she seems to be relatively close to Kourtney Kardashian. She was in an episode of The Kardashians as well, so she's gotten mainstream media attention as well as social media attention. She also went on a late night show. She's come out with a song recently, so let's just say she's kind of everywhere. She's also acted in a movie that's a spin-off of She's All That called He's All That. Very creative. Now, basically, the other day on Twitter, an article popped up, and the article was titled as follows, which will make you understand why I'm even talking about this to begin with. Addison Rae shares how she relates to Britney Spears' overwhelming life. So when I read that, 7-year-old me, who was a really big Britney stan, and I still am a fan, not a stan, because that's unhealthy. The me who has loved Britney Spears for 20 years was like, say psych. Please, please, please let us not pretend that a TikTok star has received the same treatment that Britney Spears has gotten for the past decades. The commentary on her mental illness, the conservatorship, like there's so much that has happened to Britney that makes her vastly, vastly different in my opinion. But anyway, let's just read the article because I do think the title is kind of clickbaity, because when you actually read the article, what she says isn't, oh, I am like Britney or my life is like Britney. And trust, the last thing I want to do is be defending a TikTok star, but I do think that we need to contextualize exactly what was said. So in a recent interview with Bustle, TikTok's Addison Rae shared some of the intense pressures that she's experienced, much like a singer Britney Spears. Addison Rae recently shared how she can relate to some of the pressures surrounding what she called Britney Spears' overwhelming life. In an interview with Bustle, Addison was asked if she had the chance to watch the much talked about Framing Britney Spears documentary, to which she paused slightly before giving her thoughts on the matter. She then reflected, I definitely can see how that is an overwhelming life. So far, I don't really see her drawing herself as a comparison to Britney. It's one thing to say, yes, she has an overwhelming life. And the other thing is that to some extent, anyone who is in the public eye will have some shared experiences. For example, recently Addison Rae was followed by paparazzis because basically she had broken up with her boyfriend. He had allegedly cheated. She was clearly very upset. It looked like she was crying in the footage, and they kept following her and wouldn't leave her alone. That is probably a shared experience for many other people in the public eye. I do think there are probably some things they have in common. I think the headline tried to make it seem kind of like she was belittling what happened to Britney, because I mean, throughout the years, the way that Britney Spears has been persecuted by the media, the way that people made jokes at the expense of her mental health, the fact that she was constantly judged as a mother or deemed a not fit mother, like the relationships, there's just been so much that has happened surrounding Britney Spears, especially since she too was in the public eye from a young age. I don't think anything she said is as explosive as the headline would have indicated. She also shared her thoughts on being able to empathize with Spears by saying, people do come up with narratives around you that aren't necessarily true. I've kind of dealt with that a lot. People being really involved in really personal aspects of your life. Again, nothing that was said here is groundbreaking. Like, yes, celebrities often have those types of problems where there are journalists or, you know, even just generally super fans or stans that become invasive, become inappropriate. We see this all the time. I mean, it's not a brand new thing. So honestly, if this title hadn't been what it was, I definitely wouldn't have clicked on it, so I guess they win in that sense. What does have to be said, in my opinion, though, and the reason why I so easily believed that a TikToker would do this, is a lot of the top TikTokers, and I'm talking about the more mainstreamy ones in the sense of the ones we often see in headlines, like Bryce Hall. I'm realizing I don't know the names of the other TikTokers. They all kind of do the same kind of content. A lot of the guys have like basically the same haircut, and the TikTok girls like Addison Rae, the D'Amelio sisters, so on. I find that it's easy for me to believe that some of them would say something like that, mainly because the few times I see them in paparazzi videos on my Twitter timeline, or the times where I see them respond to any kind of criticism, not hate, criticism, there's this kind of entitlement that I see with a lot of them, and I think it's cockiness also, because like granted, you should be proud of what you do. You should be proud of yourself. You should believe in yourself, dream big, blah, blah, whatever. Yes, I'm 100% for that. But there is a line that you cross where it turns smug and pompous, and nobody will really relate to you anymore if you do that, by the way. A lot of these big mainstream TikTokers that really think they're changing the world, and you know, it's content. You're creating content like a lot of other people do, and that's something, like I said, to be proud of. But I think there's this inflated sense of ego when they have so many fans that they forget that at the end of the day, we're all just on platforms, on apps, and we're just talking or lip syncing, whatever you're doing. Then again, I also think that a lot of these TikTokers came into fame relatively quickly, and with that fame came money. So I think a lot of their lives probably did a 0 to 100. I can't imagine that's easy to adapt to kind of know what to do with your new status, to kind of be responsible with it, to know how to manage money at a young age, especially for those who live in LA where they're always going to parties, COVID parties. They're always in these massive mansions. They're getting these massive opportunities with big brands. I do feel like that would make it relatively easy to kind of forget that before all of this happened, you were just a regular 18-year-old, or you were just a regular human on the street, not someone who would be recognized, not someone who would be asked for pictures. The clickbait sucks, duh, but I think the bigger conversation around that clickbait is, why did we all so easily believe it? And I don't think it's because we're all extremely gullible. I think it's because it's not outside the realm of possibility that they would draw such comparisons, especially because a lot of these stars are also relatively young. Now, yes, of course, everyone knows who Britney Spears is, but it's a different thing to grow up seeing what the media was doing and being aware and understanding it to some extent. And it's a different thing of just knowing who the person is. Because I think if you saw it happen in real time, the way you internalize it is very different. And I mean, I was relatively young for some of the moments, some of the big moments, like the picture where she's trying to break a car window and she had her shaved head. Like, I remember seeing that come out in the news. I remember discussions around that I wasn't mature enough to have, really, because I was still too young, so I didn't understand the implications. But because I don't think a lot of them didn't see it happen in real life, they would maybe draw a comparison to Britney, thinking she's a celebrity that has just been a celebrity like everyone else, when the reality is her experience as a celebrity is not very comparable to many other people, in my opinion. Anyways, guys, you can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think Addison Rae said anything particularly groundbreaking? I don't think so. Like, it was pretty bland, to be honest, to say, yeah, celebrities go through shit. Yeah, we know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always, and let's get right into the fan art.